Good morning, middle schoolers! My name is Mr. Hanson, and you are now a part of choir class. Whether you realize it or not, you are now studying something that has an effect on all of human culture, music. As we go forward, I want you to realize that you are now part of a team, you are also part of a musical group, and part of a family. Let's get started! Number 1. We're to respect each other and our learning environment. That's a big key thing in our classroom. We want to keep it clean, we want to keep it friendly, we kind of want to keep it positive. Not kind of, we want to keep it positive. Number 2, we are to be role models of respectful, prepared behavior. I hold my singers to a higher standard than the rest of the school, just because role models are expected to be the person to look at. Number 3, we are to strive for consistent improvement in ourselves and our performance. Notice I didn't say go for perfection, because if we were perfect, we wouldn't be human, and that's not cool. And number 4, this should be a duh. The instructor is the last word in proper behavior. Food, drinks, and gum. No, no, and no! If we are going to keep this room clean, we need to make sure that all food, drinks, and gum stay out of the class. Also, chewing gum and singing at the same time is pretty difficult for some of us, and eating food while singing at the same time is nigh impossible for almost anyone, even the pros. The one exception to this, and I highly encourage you to have a clear plastic water bottle. Yes, it does need to be clear so that I know that you are drinking water and not something else. Your clothing. Clothing needs to be school appropriate, and you can see the student handbook for more information on that. Also, make sure that you're able to move in your clothing. This is a physical class, and we do a lot of moving. Being prepared, it's a big deal. Please have all of your materials and be to class on time every day. Going to the bathroom or the office. I allow one student to go to the bathroom and the office at a time. Please raise your hand. When I call on you, tell me where you're going, you can go, more than likely. The one thing I ask is that you do not form a line. I'm only going to respect one person out at a time. Another thing that you may have noticed is that one of our doors is for one function and one of our doors is for the other function. That door is meant for entering only, and that door is meant for exiting only. Please respect that. Please check any bad attitude you might have at the door. Nobody wants to share your bad attitude, and everybody has a bad day. So if you're having a bad day, come tell me. I'll let you sit, get yourself collected, and then join the rest of the class. Electronics. Our school policy says if a teacher sees it, it becomes the office's. So this includes earbuds. Put your stuff away. You don't need it on you. In fact, put it in your locker. Your speech. Please realize that there is no cursing, no hate speech, and no insults allowed in this classroom. We respect each other, and we want to make each other feel safe. So, we're going to talk to each other like professionals do. Equipment. If it's not a chair or a stand, don't touch it. Also, please don't lean on stands. They get bent easily, and we only have so many. The piano is off limits. Don't touch it. Bags and backpacks. We don't want them in this classroom. There is not enough room with the amount of bodies we have in here. So please, leave them in your locker. At Kiona-Benton City Middle School, we follow the Make Your Day system, which you'll be learning about all throughout the day. In addition to that, I use the system known as Class Dojo. Class Dojo is an online system that allows for students to know their progress and for parents to monitor their students' behavior in real time. I encourage all of my parents to make sure that they are able to follow their students' progress. Students will be sent home with a code that you can use to log in to your student's account. Here in choir class, grading is broken down into two categories: participation in homework and your performances and assessments. We'll be emphasizing a lot of theory this year, so the assessment category is not just going to be concerts. Every day, you can earn up to 4 participation points. The rubric for earning these participation points will be posted in the classroom, and a copy will be sent home for parents to know. Please realize that if you're tardy, you can only earn a maximum of 2 points for that day. This year, we are emphasizing the ability of my singers to read music. So every Thursday is becoming Theory Thursdays. On those days, I will be sending home a little bit of homework for the students to go over after we've had a lesson in class. Every day that an assignment is late, it's a loss of 10% of the grade. But it's still advised that students turn in their homework. Some points are better than no points. Performances are a big portion of the student's grade, and therefore, we have worked very hard to make sure that no sports conflicts or conflicts of any other nature have occurred in our schedule for the year. There are 2 reasons that a student can miss a concert without letting me know ahead of time. The first is a death in the family, and the second is an emergency of an extreme nature. A performance schedule will be going home with your students rather soon, so look for that and make sure it goes on the fridge. Alright, that's all I have. So now comes the question portion, but because I'm stuck in this video, hey, in real life Hanson, can you handle questions? Yeah, he's got this. As we go forward, I want you to know that you are now part of a team, a musical family, and I always combine those. Why? As we go forward, scratching the ear, we want to keep the room clean. We want to keep the room nice and positive. We want to keep the room... Where was I going with that? Number 2, we are to be role models of... We're to be role models of knowing our lines. Number 2, we are to be Ramol, whatever that is. To be consistently And number 4, this should be a duh, going to the bathroom. I allow 1 student out of my class to go to the bathroom or the office at the time. In my eye. For entrances only, and that door is meant for exits only, and I'm gonna look in that direction.